My foster mother abused me, and my stepsister was a despicable bitch who often bullied and framed me. This place was no longer a home to me. It had become a cage, a living hell. This might be our last meal together as a family. I never thought your parents would come for you so soon, my father said, saddened by the impending farewell. His thoughts drifted back to 3 months ago when a blood transfusion revealed that I wasn't his biological daughter. A shock to the entire family. After recovering, my father found his real daughter. The family quickly favored her and sought my biological parents. Sensing his concern, I put down my cutlery and said, "I'm full," before leaving the table without emotion. My stepmother was displeased. What an ingrate. After all we've done for her, she's leaving without a word. She'll learn her lesson when she's starving with her real family. Mom, chill. She's probably upset about leaving us, my biological sister said, trying to soothe my stepmother. She had overheard that my biological family was poor and felt superior, wanting to cause trouble for me. I'll go see her off, she offered. My father reprimanded my stepmother. She's been our daughter for years. Don't be so harsh. My stepmother retorted. We've lavished her with affection while our real daughter suffered. It devastates me. Meanwhile, I picked up my backpack, ready to leave. I had endured mistreatment from my stepmother and cowardice from my father, and my biological sister's return only worsened my situation. This home had become a cage. My biological sister caught up with me. I'm getting engaged to Remy on October 1st. You'll be there, right? She asked, showing off. Everyone knew our family and the Johnsons were uniting through marriage, a role that would have been mine. Remy treats me well. If Mom and Dad hadn't found me, you'd be engaged to him. You aren't mad, right? She continued. I smiled. Not at all. I was thinking about how to ditch that loser. She was stunned. Am I hearing this right? Is she calling Remy a loser? I didn't expect you to be so thrilled about it. Such bad taste. I chuckled contemptuously. She was about to retort when my stepmother approached. My biological sister quickly feigned tears. Seeing her tears, my stepmother scolded me. What did you say to her? How can you be so mean? Stop picking on her. Maybe you should get your head checked, I retorted, thinking my stepmother foolish for not seeing my biological sister's true colors. How dare you? My stepmother trembled with anger. We might never see each other again. You're like a sister to me, so I want to give you my favorite necklace, my biological sister said, pretending to be forgiving. She pulled my backpack, and a ruby necklace fell out, leaving everyone stunned. She feigned shock. Why is the necklace I'm giving you in your backpack? I sneered, realizing she was framing me. Come here. She took the necklace before leaving. She's a thief, my stepmother shouted. My father rushed over, stunned. What happened? She stole the necklace. We need to teach her a lesson, my stepmother demanded. As I was about to leave, my stepsister picked up a ruby necklace from the floor and handed it to me, looking understanding. Abella, I know why you took it. It's for your future, right? I heard your family has been struggling. You want to sell it for money? It's fine. Just take it. I wanted you to have it anyway. The maids overhearing chimed in, praising Isla for her generosity and kindness. Isla, secretly pleased with their praise, maintained a gentle demeanor. Don't say that. Abella needs it more than me. My stepmother snatched the necklace from Isla and said, silly girl. Her family is in a hole. Even 10 necklaces of yours won't help. We've raised you for years. We owe you nothing. The necklace is our gift for Isla, and you're not taking it away. If you don't want to end up in jail, piss off. Mom, you said the necklace was a gift for me, right? Then it's up to me what to do with it. Isla took the necklace back from my stepmother and handed it to me sincerely. Abella, take it. I mean it. I'm not going to blame you for stealing it. I was going to give it to you in the first place. I looked at Isla with interest, thinking, she's trying to make everyone think I'm a thief. How lame. I took the necklace and smiled. It's so cheap. Why the heck would I want it? Everyone thought I would accept it. Instead, I tossed it into the trash can without hesitation, leaving everyone in shock, including my stepmother. After a moment, she said angrily, Abella, what the heck? It's Isla's favorite, and she was kind enough to give it to you, yet you tossed it? How could you? She gave it to me, which made me the owner. I get to do whatever I want. I raised an eyebrow and glanced indifferently at everyone. I didn't take any of the stuff you bought me over the years. I bought the clothes I'm wearing and everything in my backpack. One of the maids sneered. You bought them yourself? Yeah, right. Mr. and Mrs. Wilson gave you the money. Who the heck are you? Why would I tell you where I got my money? I retorted. The maid was choked on her words. You. I cut her off. You're just a maid. Do your job. The maid was pissed off, yet there was nothing she could do. Enough, my stepfather sighed, putting an end to it. Abella, it's about time. I'll see you off. No need, Mr. Wilson. I'll see myself out, I said, deliberately addressing him as Mr. Wilson to draw a line between us. My stepmother sneered coldly, thinking, Abella, your good days are over. You'll be suffering a lot when you get to the countryside. Don't come back begging us to take you back. Still unhappy, the maid reminded my stepfather in a low voice, Mr. Wilson, aren't you going to check her backpack? Seems pretty full to me. I said enough, didn't I? He replied. After all, he was the richest man in Economic City and wouldn't stoop to frisking. I walked out the door with my backpack, where a black sedan was parked. The car had signs of being in an accident. The rear trunk was popped up, the body was dented, and the windshield was cracked. Tom Powell, the driver, got out of the car in a sorry state, his glasses askew and clearly broken. The second he saw me, he was stunned, thinking, "Gee, she's so pretty. She's the younger version of Mrs. Medici." After he came back to his senses, he walked forward and apologized sincerely. "I'm so sorry, Miss Medici. I was rear-ended by a truck and hit a guardrail. I didn't want to waste your time, so I didn't return for another car. But you've got nothing to worry about. The car is fine. Well, it doesn't look so nice." I was quite surprised. Isn't my family living in some poor countryside? How come we have a car? And if I'm not wrong, it's a customized Rolls-Royce, the only one in the world, worth more than $10 million. "Miss Medici, you are the sixth child with 5 elder brothers," Tom said. Then he added quickly, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Tom Powell, the family chauffeur. Just call me Tom." "We've got a chauffeur? Guess my family isn't as poor as the Wilsons say," I thought. Noticing I had nothing but a backpack, Tom asked, puzzled, "Miss Medici, where's your luggage? Is it still inside? I'll go get it for you." "No need. It's all here," I said lazily. Tom nodded. "I see. Why don't you wait in the car? I'll take the gifts Mr. and Mrs. Medici prepared inside to express their gratitude to Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Then we're good to go." He then reached for the rear door handle to invite me into the car. However, since the truck had hit the car so hard, the door was actually damaged. In the next second, the door wobbled and fell off. The Wilsons happened to walk out and see it. Isla was amused, thinking, "Seriously? What a crappy car. Is the door made of paper or what? Can't they realize they're embarrassing themselves?" Exactly how poor Isabella's family. Meanwhile, my stepmother was surprised at how poor my family seemed. She thought, the car belongs to a landfill site. How embarrassing. I feel sorry for them. No, wait. Abella's family is broke. How could they afford a car? I don't think it's her family's car. Perhaps the man borrowed it from his friend. Right now, Tom was dirty all over, with several obvious oil stains on his suit. Sizing him up, my stepfather thought, is he a car mechanic? He's too old to be Abella's brother. Is he her dad? Guess he rushed over from some auto repair shop. He borrowed the car from someone just to look rich? If so, he's undoubtedly a man with vanity. I mean, come on. I'm the richest in Economic City. He really thinks it's necessary to pretend to be rich in my presence. I see the Rolls-Royce emblem on the hood, but I don't think it's an authentic Rolls-Royce. Because I've never seen a Rolls-Royce like this. I bet the emblem is fake. Abella's family is so poor. On no ground could they afford a Rolls-Royce.